And it's kind of like a classic car in that way, right? Where, you know, you got to enjoy doing it. And I do. I enjoy the web design, I enjoy the media, I enjoy playing some games, I enjoy the whole theme of everything like that. And I'm hoping to do a lot more of it. And I hope you guys join in on all the fun and make comments and chat and stuff like that and let us know what you think. I mean, if you want to see something, that's cool. If you want to get involved, that's cooler. And if you want to, and this is totally up to you, donate to the UF Shands Hospital, that's the coolest thing you can do, in my eyes, which are kind of hidden by this Michelangelo mask. But, you know, it's the coolest thing you can really do. You know, comments are cool and stuff like that. Winning free things are cool, but, oh, death. The cool thing to do is to help out the kids. Right now, they are, as I stated in the article, $366 million cancer research facility. So they're putting their money in, and they've already put it up front, and they're trying to fund this operation. And one of the things you can do to get behind it is fund it, and that's what I'm doing. It helps out a lot. Running massive operations like that require capital, but it's for a very good reason. Shands Hospital has been doing amazing work for years now. And in addition is looking like they're expanding, and from what I hear, because my girlfriend graduated from the University of Florida, they have always been expanding. It's just a big thing because they're saving lives, and it's like, you know, why not save more lives? That's what we do. Oh, here's the part where it's like, oh, I actually went through a good part of that without even, oh. Yeah, that was the best I went through that. I'm getting stoked good at this. I'm getting so stoked. I'm getting this. So it becomes this entire push, you know, to do the right thing. Not going to do bad things for bad reasons just because they benefit me. That is not something that I've ever done. I'm firmly against it. I think we all need to start working a little more in the right directions of things and not justifying the wrong things. I think that's a very big problem in today's society. And I know a lot of you are like, oh, but this is how it is. Everyone's like that, right? Like, everyone is. No, not everyone. There are people still out there that enjoy gaming because it's gaming, don't need to just sit around on threads all day, but want to and want to be sweet in the community, not necessarily, you know, a punk because they're like, yo, it makes me feel good to make you feel bad because I don't feel good enough about myself. Start feeling better about yourself in a way that doesn't have to make someone else feel bad. That's crap. Crap. I think I can. I don't even know. Yeah, good. You can see. Let's see if I can get through this part without too much damage. You definitely have to swim faster than that. Speed is helpful. I still have a couple bars. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bounce it down. Oh. And we're going to see if we can't. There's an easy one right here. Oh. I bet I gotta go back up this and fall in that one for the next one. I don't know if it matters or not, but I went this way. Let's check it out. It's just. Is still left. Go and find it. You have my support. One last one. But I'm not going to make it this time. But maybe the next time. You never know. Yeah, one shock. And I haven't been able to get through those too well yet. and we'd have to do it with 1.5 bars. We got to find the last one. We're getting pretty close to being able to actually get past this, believe it or not. And I hit the first. And whoa! I don't think it's up here. Alright, we're going to start back over at the level 2 area right now. But I'm getting a lot better at this game. Push start. We got to start all over. Oh, you only get so many continues, T. This one hasn't dropped yet. Oh, I like how the Turtles logo down the bottom changes color. That's cool. There was actually a few Turtles games that came out on the NES. TMNT, the original. TMNT 2. TMNT, the arcade game, which was really good. But it was not the arcade game that I was a huge fan of, right? That one actually, not Turtles in Time either, it was the original NES one, now that I think about it. I'm not sure, I'm going to have to play them all to check it out. But there was one that I used to play in the arcade, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoy, and actually spent a lot of time in the arcade as a kid. Parents bowled, and in the bowling alley, there was a sweet arcade. And I'm not talking just like 3 or 4 machines. Like Terry, the owner of that bowling alley, which is now called Pin Street on Fowler in Fort Myers, Florida, had one of the sweetest arcades ever. And I know as a kid, I would get money, and every Friday night I would get to go jam games in the arcade, and I would have a good time. Sometimes I would get buffalo wings instead. But I always enjoyed the Sweet Arcade because it was huge, and you got to go there all the time, so you could look forward to it. It wasn't like a rare occurrence, so I would be jamming some games. And never big into fighting games. I've got a couple of streams coming up where I'm going to play some fighting games. They were not really my ordeal. There was one kid that used to show up every Friday night and just sit on Mortal Kombat, and it was like if you wanted to even play the game, you had to beat him for it. So I just didn't play because I'm like, why am I going to waste my quarters? He would sit next to the machine, and if anybody wanted to play it, they had to play him, and he would get free continues, and he would just sit there all day, and he's like, I'm just going to play on free continues, and I'm like, no thanks. Not gonna play you on. So I didn't actually get to play a lot of Mortal Kombat as a result. I play a lot of different games. As always, I am not great at any one game in particular, but I am good at gaming in general. I enjoy the art of playing a lot of different games and looking at the development, looking at the art style, enjoying the thematics that you've seen, in at least my childhood here. I enjoy that. They're simple, so like I do hard things all day, and although it's a hard game, your eyes don't have to strain too much. You don't have to like worry about the 19 different thousand equips. And it's enjoyable just to allow your brain to kind of like sit back and relax and enjoy a game. It's hard because it is what it is, but in the same respect, it's also quite a bit easier than a lot of other ones. Now I understand if you're someone who likes the harder games, it's, you know, fine. And I find it to be, you know, something to enjoy from time to time myself. I enjoy poker, and I enjoyed Magic the Gathering for quite some time. But nowadays, I'm kind of busy, so much so with all the businesses and everything else going on, that enjoying, you know, a lighter game like this and being able to relax and just kind of talk about it and not feel all stressed out about the game. It's just a game. Just is much, much nicer to me. Um, I tend to take things to entirely new levels than everyone else around me, so when it becomes a thing, I'm like, I don't want to just do this, I want to reinvent the entire wheel. And they're like, don't reinvent the wheel, Tom. And I'm like, reinvent the wheel. That's all I do. It may be a wheel, and it may be old school, but I'm going to reinvent it. And you're going to tell me not, and then I am anyways, and you get the point. I'm good at a lot of different things. There's no doubt about that. But the one thing that I happen to feel that I am very good at is being entertaining and trying to help educate people on different ways of doing things. The world is very one track in that mindset, right? The world is flat, right? You know, a lot of people believe that, and then somebody comes by and is like, no, not really flat. It's a little bit different than that. And it's shown. Quite a few different people that have been involved with being projects have been significantly boosted within a very short period of time. And I've been told that I'm a quite infectious person. Good infectious, but very infecting on people. So I get around you and things start happening. That's consistently happened now. And I'm playing video games. I'm doing some fun stuff because I enjoy this more. I was working, was a vice president of a new retail line of stores, and they're still doing well, but we set part. I just wasn't interested in what was being required of me, and no one really still understands why. They're like, well, and I'm like, you know, it's tough. You know, what do you want me to be? And it's like, I've already been working 70 hours, and you wanted me to work more for you? And it's like, you wanted me to drop what I love and what I do for you? I'm sorry, like, you got the entire wrong mentality. Find someone else. And they're like, well, we're gonna promise you things that you're not gonna sign for, and at any point in time, you're gonna hold me over the barrel for that type of stuff, and you're gonna accept that that's a legitimate practice. So I'm gonna just go somewhere else. I've already got a couple of new clients. Boomerang. So I'm not really stressing. I also put a lot of majority of my money not in nice new cars or stuff like that, but in classic games. So, and I sell them. I don't sell them on the sites and stuff like that. I'm still working on that. I'm still kind of working on the site in general. Looking obviously to expand as always, but not right now. Right now I'm trying to work on the media game. Try to really just get the followers rocking and rolling. Subscribers. We've gotten well over 100 subscribers in the past week or so, which is actually pretty good because, you know, prior to that we had like 270 subscribers, give or take, and now we're at well over 400, which is not bad for, you know, about a week or two's worth of intelligent design. And I've been pushing it, no doubt. Some of you may have seen, you know, the messages and things that I've been shipping out to people, trying to, you know, really buff it up a little bit so that we can be seen in YouTube a little bit better for all the different videos, because it's extremely important. The way Google creates this algorithm is not just based on how many views you have, but it's also based on how many followers you have. So, like, if you have followers for a specific thing and you have the same view count as someone else, but you have twice as many followers, that's going to come into play. And new followers are treated differently than old existing ones. So if you're getting ramping, or what is considered, you know, that explosivity. Like, well, I've gotten, you know, this type of stuff, and I'm getting this momentum.